Leaves from my journal, Logan Pierce's daily writings from the Washington, D.C. South Mission. Day 138, August 13th, 2006. CZ wasn't at church. She's out of school now, so we'll focus on her more. Make sure she comes next week. We did have an investigator at church this week. Jay was there with the N family. He sat next to his girlfriend, MN. We plan on visiting Jay later this evening. After church, we went to visit J.A. Y wasn't there. That's okay. We'll get him later. We talked with J.A. about a trip to the visitor center on Saturday. He wants to go. We've got it all planned out. We'll pick him up at noon, go see the testaments, and bring him back by 5. It'll be real fun. We'll try to get Y to go with us. We also watched To This End Was I Born with J.A. He really enjoyed it. J.A. likes the Book of Mormon and has a testimony of it. We just haven't been able to commit him to be baptized. We'll continue to work with him. We didn't meet with A. We went over, but no one answered. We'll try to get in touch with her later in the week. This evening we had dinner with brother and sister B. They're a great member family. They homeschool their children just like my mom. It's neat to have that commonality. They also have quite a large family. Sister B is expecting her 7th child. Almost all of their children are under 8 years old, so it can get kind of crazy at their house. But it's a lot of fun. The B family has just returned from a trip to China. You know they had to stick out like a sore thumb with that many kids. They were visiting relatives. Brother B gave Elder Pierce and me each a piece of candy they'd taken home with them from their family trip. "I bet you've never had candy like this before," he told us as we ate it. It was taffy. It tasted like corn. So help me, it tasted like corn, like from the cob. I half expected a kernel to get stuck in my teeth. It was weird. Corn-flavored taffy. I also shared a story with the B family about my sister, Laura Pierce. She's about to turn 7 years old pretty soon. I shared the story before I left on my mission when I was talking with Laura about singulars and plurals. It was around this time last year. I was helping Laura pick up her toys. She had a Pegasus toy, so I asked her, "Laura, if you had 2 Pegasus toys, what would they be called?" She answered, "Pegasuses." "What about an octopus?" I asked. "What if you had more than one octopus? What would you call them?" "Octopuses," she said. "Well, what about a cactus? What would more than one cactus be called?" Laura answered, "They'd be cactopuses." I love that story. I love my family. I do miss them, but I have no intention of going home until my mission's completed. So the happy thing for day 138 is cactopuses. One last funny note on that story. After I told it, everyone had a good laugh. Then Brother B looked at his children and said, "You know, we have 2 Elder Pierces in our ward now. Kids, what would you call more than one Elder Pierce?" They all guessed answers. "Elder Pierces! Elders Pierce! Elders Pierces!" "Nope," he said, "there's only one thing we can call them, and that's cactopierces." Everyone started laughing again. It was a fun dinner. After dinner, we were dropped off at the Inn's house. We went over there to teach Jay. But first, this awesome thing. On the Inn's kitchen table, there was a framed, signed photograph of Brother N shaking hands with President Bush in the Oval Office. That's one of the nice things about being in Northern Virginia. A good number of the people that I've met work for the U.S. government. They can't tell me what it is they do there, or else they'd have to kill me. We taught Jay the rest of the second lesson, starting from where we left off last time, and agreed with the 3 degrees of glory. We also talked more about the Trinity. One thinks that God the Father and Jesus Christ are 2 separate beings. He seems to be progressing rather nicely. After our lesson was over, we had a closing prayer. Brother N gave Elder Pierce and me a ride back home. On the way there, he said how happy he is that Jay's willing to take the discussions, but he's worried that Jay might only be doing this because he's dating M. He told us that we need to keep working with Jay, try to build up his testimony. M's going to be leaving for college in a couple of weeks, and Brother N said that he doesn't want J to just drift away from learning about the church because M's not there. We told him we'd keep at it. Tomorrow, I'm going on exchanges with the zone leaders. Elder H will be coming here to Herndon, and I'll go with Elder SP to his area. The last time I went on an exchange with Elder SP was on day 30. That was my very first exchange. So this should be fun. But that's all for now. Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more leaves from my journal. Until then, bye.